Hi everyone, my name is Rebecca Taylor, and today we're going to talk about resuscitate compassion through Christians. And you may be wondering why I use that word. Well, resuscitate can mean revive, bring back, restore. Well, there is many Christians today that are here in our society that do not show compassion, um, which is very sad because Jesus was extremely compassionate and loving, and that's exactly the same thing that we should display. Isaiah 54:10 says, "Though the mountains be shaken and the hills removed, yet my unfailing love will not be shaken, nor my covenant of peace be removed, says the Lord, who has compassion on you." The Lord has compassion on us. He has had compassion on us from the beginning of time, since He decided that He was going to create us. Jesus came and showed that compassion by giving His life and dying on the cross. There's no greater love than the love of Jesus Christ. Therefore, if we are Christians, we are to be as Christ is, showing that same kind of love and compassion toward one another. It's really not that hard to show compassion and love to our neighbor. Does it matter if our neighbor is poor? No, it does not. Should we still show them compassion? Absolutely. That is exactly what Jesus would require of us to do. It's heartbreaking when you go into a church and there's no compassion for one another. The love of Christ is what should be displayed at all times. And it seems that we have a lack in that. And that is not what God has called us to do. So I want to share this with you guys to maybe bring awakening and awareness of the lack of compassion for Jesus, for the love of Jesus that we are supposed to be displaying to our family and friends and our neighbors and everyone that we come in contact with. The Lord would have us show compassion toward one another. C.H. Spurgeon, and I quote, he said, "His tender heart pities all the griefs of his dear people. There is not a pang they have but the head feels it for all of the members. Still doeth look upon their imperfections and their infirmities, yet not with anger, not with loss of patience, but with gentleness and sympathy. He is moved with compassion." Having thus briefly sketched the life of Christ, I want you to turn to. Our lives should reflect Jesus Christ at all times. You know, even those people that may get on our nerves or get under our skin or make us angry or upset, we are supposed to forgive and show compassion for them. We are not limited to having compassion for just our Christian family. We are to have compassion for everyone around us. Um, Anyone that we come in contact with, we should show compassion and love toward. This is exactly the kind of love and compassion that Jesus displayed when he was here on the earth. And he gave his life for us. What more compassion could we ask for? And in that, we should honor him by showing compassion and love toward one another. John MacArthur, August 3rd, 2016. Divine compassion has human implications because God is compassionate. He expects his people to be as well. The mercy he has extended to sinners like us should motivate us to be similarly compassionate with others. So MacArthur is telling us that the same way that Jesus was compassionate with us, we should be compassionate with each other, showing the same kind of love toward one another, loving, caring for each other, and showing compassion. I hope that this has led your hearts in some way to remember that we are God's children, and we can't even look like we're God's children if we're not showing compassion for one another and love for one another as Jesus displayed for us. Well, thank you for listening to this message, and I hope you guys lean toward being more compassionate.